What's going on YouTube? Wildlion Games here, and we are back with an honest review. It's been a while since we've done one, and this time we have a brand new title, Knockout City. A wild take on the game of dodgeball that'll have you running across rooftops, throwing bombs, throwing your teammates, and even tackling opponents. In dodgeball, you have to hit and avoid being hit because
if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What?
So, how does the vibrant, futuristic city playground hold up? That's what we're here to find out. Let's go. The good. Graphics up first. This will be pretty quick as there isn't much to go over. You either like the art style or you don't. The city is zany, it's colorful, the characters have this sort of like comic book, cartoonish look to them. And this art style seems to be pretty popular with a lot of new releases, and I think we have games like Fortnite and Rocket League to thank for that. I'm playing on the Xbox One. I didn't experience any frame rate issues except for the occasional lag here and there, which is due to EA servers, not the game itself. But it looks good, it runs smoothly, the animations are clean, art is subjective, and so, while me personally, I think this game looks like a copycat of Sunset Overdrive, it still looks good. Whether it's unique or not, it still looks good. The environment has great detail, even the backdrops beyond the playable map have enough detail that it feels like the map is just sprawling. So overall, good work with the graphics, even though it's nothing unique. Gameplay. All in all, this is a really fun game as a whole. It's fast-paced, exciting, and it can be overwhelming at first, I'll admit, but once you get the hang of it, Knockout City has that just one more game, replayability to it, where next thing you know, you're like, oh man, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And I definitely recommend completing the 5 training modes, not necessarily for learning the game, although it helps. You can learn a few new things here, but mostly for the hollow bucks. If you complete all 5 training rounds, you get 500 hollow bucks. Not really sure if that's a lot or not. It might be chump change, but it's more than the 0 I started with, and it only takes about 10 minutes to get through. You'll even learn some unique tips along the way, like throwing a curve shot or even how to curl up and let your teammate throw you, which is pretty exciting. But honestly, you can kind of get that from just playing the game a few times. You'll pick up the controls as you go. Moving around the map is quick, and the variety of maps at launch is pretty awesome. There's only 5 at the moment. They are adding a 6th on Tuesday, the 25th, but all the maps have their own kind of unique layouts and strategies and various obstacles, which are really cool. There's ones like cars are driving around, you can get hit by them. There's another one with a giant wrecking ball, and this big construction site that you can get to the top of, and a lot of different elevation variances. 2 of my favorite maps are the ones with the tubes that allow you to travel back and forth between various sections of the map instantly. That's pretty sweet. And then the other one I really like is this map that's kind of like 2 floating platforms, and you can use your hang glider to kind of go across back and forth. And so it can create some unique scenarios and strategies or tactics, whatever you want to call them, for maybe trying to sneak up behind your opponents while they're on the other side. So that's pretty cool too. The game's main mode pits 2 teams of 3 players against each other, but there's also a solo mode and some other fun variations to the formula. And there's different types of balls too. There's ones that explode, ones that you can get trapped in. There's even a multi-ball, which allows you to dish out 3 quick fire throws, and they kind of spin around you like those shells in Mario Kart when you have them. You can even roll your character into a ball, and then one of your teammates can throw you, and they can charge you up and drop you as a bomb. It's pretty sweet. While may not be scientifically accurate of how the human body works, it's still pretty fun either way. The mechanics feel good. Throwing the dodgeball has a nice weight to them, and your characters don't feel bogged down or slow to accelerate. I came into this game kind of worried after Ubisoft's flop of that rollerball game. I can't remember what it's called. It was just whatever that rollerball game was. It felt clunky. It felt slow. The controls weren't natural. But Velan Studios did a good job with this in Knockout City. The controls make sense for the most part, but there's a few things that do leave your head scratching. The bad. So the controls, and I know this might sound a bit nitpicky to some of you, but there's just certain things in games that should remain the same. No one wants to have to relearn a new control system for every game that comes out. And one that just kind of really annoys me with this game is the double jump. is for as long as I can remember, double jump has always been the same button twice, right? You know, you press A to jump, and then while you're in the air, you press A again, and he double jumps. You know, or X, you know, depending on what console you're on. But, you know, Zelda, it was that way. In Mario 64, you know, Assassin's Creed, Spyro, the list of games go on. We've been doing this since the Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1 days, with double jump being the A button or the X button twice. So why change it? Why on earth, if I want to double jump, do I have to press A then B or A then Y? Just make the hang glider a different button altogether. So in Knockout City, you press A, and if you press A again, you're not going to double jump, you're just going to pop open your hang glider. And the amount of times I've accidentally opened my hang glider is a lot because I'm used to doing the same button for double jump. I don't know why they had to change it. You know, if you want to still make Y as the flip and B is the spin, that's fine. Make the hang glider like the right bumper or the left bumper. You know, there's so many different options that you can do. It's just kind of annoying. I know it's nitpicky, but it's just annoying. The other bad thing I would say is the home base. Very shallow and obviously left unattended to, as there is nothing to do and therefore it serves absolutely zero purpose. The idea of the home base is great if there's something to do, but in Knockout City, there's nothing to do. What, you can aimlessly run around in a free roam map that has nothing to offer, no hidden secrets, no unlockables, no mini games, no customization. You know, if you want an interactive menu, do something with it. Maybe some dodgeball mini games like target practice, game of horse, maybe some customization options like walls and accessories and furniture, lights, and maybe like Fortnite, you know, you can collect music and then play it in the jukebox because there's a jukebox there. Kind of like NBA My Court or NBA 2K5's The Crib, or even look at Vigor. Vigor, you can grab resources and build and customize your home base in the game. It's such a cool feature that like keeps you coming back for more. And I just feel like Knockout City missed out on such a unique opportunity here that not a lot of games present. And what sucks even more is if you just had a normal main menu with no home base, this would never have been a topic. If you just have a menu, then it's not an issue. But you tease me. You tease me, Knockout City. The other bad, I would say, is various game modes. Knockout City gets knocked out with this one, as the variety of game modes are very weak. You have the standard 3v3 matchup, which is a lot of fun and will keep you entertained. But then you go to 3v3 Diamond, which is kind of like their version of Call of Duty's Kill Confirm mode, where you pick up the dog tags. All this does, though, is just create a lot of chaos on the map. It's hard to get into the flow of things. Everybody's just kind of bunched up together, and it's kind of just like a clusterfuck. There's another game mode that has like special balls only, and then you have your 1v1. I've played them all, and special balls is pretty cool at first, but it really just feels more like a gimmick than a long-term game mode. A couple of suggestions I would like to see are capture the flag. You all know the game, both teams have a flag, and you know, you try and take the other team's flag and bring it back to your base. Thanks to Call of Duty, this has become pretty much standard in most multiplayer shooters. And while this isn't a shooter, it plays very similar, you know, just replace the guns with dodgeballs. And I would also like to see bigger matches. I really do think Knockout City could benefit from like a 5v5 or even 7v7 mode, especially when it comes to like that kill confirmed mode. The 3v3 just puts all 6 players bunched up in the same spot, so then the diamonds just get picked up instantly. And I think it lacks a lot of strategy. So more players like a 5v5 might even allow for more teamwork. Which I think the devs obviously want in the game, since you can pass the ball to teammates, you can roll teammates up and throw them, they can roll you up and throw you, and that's kind of difficult when there's only 3 of you. You know, it's easier to just play as an individual among the 3 of you than work together as a team. So if you want to see more teamwork, I would suggest going to 5v5 instead of 7v7, and I just think that would be a lot of fun to have some more players on the map too, instead of just, you know, the same 3 guys. I will say, however, a good strategy is stick together, because if you outnumber an opponent, you can really dominate the other team. So if you can stick together as a unit, that could be a really good strategy as well. The ugly. Character customization, man. This is awful. What is this? What are these hairstyles? Someone tell me there are more normal hairstyles in the game, and I'm just not, I'm missing them. And what about the faces, dude? Why does every character have the same smug, like steampunk look on their face? And then the clothes. Like, dude, just give me some Jordans and a hoodie or a t-shirt. Like, I don't need an LED light up jacket with flames all over it and spiked shoulder pads. Like, no, dude, all that extravagant stuff is fine. It's just not for me. It's not my style, which is fine. But you have to include something other than that, you know, the lame Watch Dogs 2 style clothing that they gave everybody with like the half shaved head and the hair combed over and it's pink. Like, all that stuff's great, throw it all in there, but like give us some normal haircuts. Like, give me an afro, give me, like, dude, just have some other things. And at this moment, like, I appreciate the customization and that it's there, but I'd rather just have like some cool pre-built characters to choose from, like in Fortnite. You know, the customization options are pretty slim at the moment, nothing to write home about. All the characters look the same. And yeah, I'm very disappointed with the character customization. So, what do I rate Knockout City? Ironically, I rate this renting the movie Dodgeball for the weekend. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea. It may even be aimed for the more juvenile audience, but it's enjoyable and it's entertaining. In the movie, the laughs are, you know, pretty basic. And in the game, the entertainment offerings are also pretty basic. The movie's definitely worth watching, and the game is worth playing. But, you know, here's the deal. It's definitely worth picking up if you have EA Access, which I guess is now actually EA Play because, you know, it's free. Well, I say free in quotes. You can't see me, but I'm using finger quotes. I'm saying free in quotes because you're paying, like, you know, a yearly subscription for EA Play. It's dirt cheap. But if you don't have EA Play, it's $19.99. Is this game worth 20 bucks? Maybe for some, but not for me. And I'm not trying to sound stingy, but you'd be hard pressed to convince me to spend $20 on a dodgeball cartoony looking video game. I think they'd be better off going to the free-to-play route like so many other games, whether you love it or hate it. I just don't think there's enough substance to this game to want me to pay 20 bucks. That's it. Like, I have EA Play, I guess is what they changed the name now to, and it's definitely worth downloading. And actually right now, it's worth downloading for everybody because it's free for the next 7 days. Whether you have EA Access or not, it's free over the next 7 days, so I would give it a shot if I was you. You know, I wouldn't pay movie theater prices to go see Dodgeball in theater, and I wouldn't pay 20 bucks for this. But if I saw Dodgeball in, you know, the Walmart bin, or it was available to rent for, you know, $3.99, hell yeah, I'd pick it up if I hadn't seen it before. It's definitely worth that. It's definitely a funny enough movie for that. It's not worth, you know, the $15 movie ticket and, you know, $20 of popcorn. And I think this game's kind of the same. You know, it's entertaining, but at the end of the day, it's pretty shallow. It's pretty bare bones. But I will say they got the important part right, and that's gameplay. Gameplay is so important, especially with these multiplayer games. You can add extras in the game later, but if the gameplay sucks, then your game sucks. And that's just that. And luckily, this game doesn't suck. So that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the review. Thank you for 1,000 subs. I just hit the 1,000 sub marker on Saturday, May 22nd, March. Oh man, this year's gone by fast. But yeah, no, thank you guys. That's awesome, man. I'm gonna have to crack open a beer for this one, man. That's really awesome. I appreciate it. Guys. That's really cool. I hit 1,000 subs. And again, I hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Always put more content out. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.